Shop now on KarmaloopTV and get free shipping on any order. Just use the promo code CHELSEA.
What's going on? I'm Jose, and this is the weekly rundown for the week of February 10th, 2010.
The Rundown.
Topping off this week's news, Sarah Palin, who recently bashed President Obama for using a teleprompter, was busted for writing notes on the palm of her hand as like a little cheat sheet of her own for certain questions she was asked in a recent interview. You know, there's a few things that are troubling about this. One, you know, that she didn't use a fucking piece of paper. Two is that, you know, there were only 6 words, and if you can't remember 6 words, you probably shouldn't be in politics in the first place. And lastly, it was the nature of the note that was a bit troubling. What it said on there was energy, tax, lift the American spirits, and also Cheney and Palin forever with a heart around it. And she also had little smiley faces on each fingertip, and also she's retarded. Saudi Arabia rejected a Pakistani diplomat because his name translates into biggest dick. I guess Saudi officials say they were worried about having the diplomat enter the country because, you know, he could smuggle porn and alcohol with his huge dick into the strictly Islamic nation. In addition, you know, they were worried about additional travel expenses that this one diplomat might cause him to incur, because not only, you know, would he need a motorcade for himself, but also one for his massively huge dick. And speaking of dicks and porn and stuff, a Chinese man was recently jailed for 13 years for running a porn site, and you know, this isn't really surprising considering, you know, China's massive efforts for censorship. They've heavily been cracking down recently on porn, gambling, and the most dangerous presence on the internet today: freedom. The largest tower in the world, the Burj Khalifa, was closed 1 month after opening due to electrical problems. The tower stands 2,700 feet tall and was built entirely by slaves, which could be, you know, why it had such shoddy electrical work. When asked their opinion on the tower, most people replied, "Fuck Dubai," and others said, end quote, I hope that slave-built shit show of tackiness and aesthetic aberrations crumbles into the sand it was built on." And finally, Michael Jackson's doctor pleaded not guilty to manslaughter charges, but you know, we're not sure if his lawyers will be able to beat it or not. Well, some think the doctor should be held accountable. Others think the charges are just fucking off the wall. And you know, I don't know how this trial is going to turn out. It's going to be up and down all over the place. You know, it's obviously not a clear-cut black or white case here. And that's all the time we have for this week.
The Rundown.
Quickie.
Wind power. It's clean, it's green, it's lean, it's mean. I didn't even say quickies. It's time for quickies again. Wind power. The power of the wind. It's clean, it's green, it's lean, it's mean, and I really just like it because seeing those windmills make me feel like I'm in the future. But anyways, let's get down to business. The US made big strides in wind power this past year, adding a record-breaking 10,000 megawatts. But China at least doubled its wind generating capacity. While the US still generates more wind power than China, they are certainly on the fast track to having more futuristic propellers, giving them clean, free energy, and we can't let them get the upper hand. We need more propellers! Rockport, Missouri is entirely wind powered. Yes, that's right, a whole city called Rockport. If you want to learn more about wind power, head to the American Wind Energy Association at awea.org. And remember, wind power doesn't suck, it blows!
Quickie.